Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to teach you about IELTS academic reading module. And in that module, I'm going to teach you what are the tips and techniques or strategies we can apply on our reading module and we can achieve higher score band in IELTS reading task. Right? And moreover, I'm also going to teach you what are the question types we are going to have in the paper, what are the text type we are going to have in the paper, and how many questions shall we have in total, and how to manage 60 minutes in the paper and we can achieve higher score band in the given time. And moreover, how many words do we have, or rest of the things you'll be looking at, you'll come to know when I show you the papers. In the rest of the video, I'm not gonna be in front of you. I'm gonna help you out by showing you some paperwork or doing some paperwork. And with that, you'll be able to do the complete reading test, inshallah, successfully. And moreover, you'll be able to achieve higher score band and there won't be any more questions from you people. I'm also going to make every question type video that we have in IELTS reading paper. For example, if you find any particular type of the question difficult and you think this is very difficult for me and I'm unable to solve it, you can watch that question type of video. Inshallah, you'll be able to solve that question successfully in the paper. Hope you've got it, and let us start the rest of the work on the paper. Thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to move for the paperwork. In academic reading test, we have 60 minutes and there are 3 passages which contain 2027 or 2800 words in total, and passages become progressively more difficult, but they are always suitable for non-specialist readers. If any terms are used, for example, if a difficult word is used, they will be explained in glossary. उसके नीचे glossary दी होती है जिसमें वो explain किया गया होता है. We have 3 passages, passage 1, passage 2 and passage 3. Number of items means number of questions. In each passage we have 11 to 14 questions, and by totaling in thrice, ultimately we shall have 40 questions. For example, in passage 1 we have 11 to 14 questions, means 11 to 13 questions could be there, 13 questions in passage 2 and 14 questions will be in passage 3, and in total we shall have 40 questions. Okay, now the text type. In passage 1 is the easiest passage of the reading test. In this passage, the text is taken from the topics of general interest. As far as passage 2 is concerned, that gets progressively a bit difficult, and that is passage 2, that is from non-specialist article, or that extracts from books, journals or magazines, and maybe from newspapers. And as far as passage 3 is concerned, that is the most difficult, and here that one at least has detailed logical argument. As you can see, the passages get progressively difficult. This is from general interest, from a daily routine. This is non-specialist article extracted from books, journals or magazines in a newspaper. As far as passage 3 is concerned, that has at least one detailed logical argument that is there in passage 3, and this is why this is called the most difficult passage according to general perceptions. Now moving to the task types, we can have various types of multiple choice questions in that paper. We may have short question answer, sentence completion, classification, matching headings with paragraphs, or completing notes, sentences, summary, flowchart, or diagram labeling. True, false, not given. Yes, no, not given. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you can have these question types in the paper: various types of multiple choice questions, short answer questions, sentence completion, classification, matching headings, completing notes, sentences, summary, flowchart, or diagram labeling can be there in the paper. True, false, not given. Yes, no, not given. We may have in the paper, but for doing these all types of questions, we apply two techniques. We usually apply these two techniques to find out our answer. One is called skimming. Skimming का meaning क्या है? How do you define skimming? Skimming means you run your eyes quickly on the text and get a gist. Means you get the overall idea of the text. You might have heard there's so many people that read the books in 1 day or 2 days. This is the example. They only skim the books. They come to know what is there in the book by reading, by skimming the book actually. आपने बहुत से लोगों को देखा होगा जो कहते हैं कि मैंने एक न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ दिए, 2 न्यूज़पेपर्स मैंने ख़त्म कर दिए हैं. This is the thing, they only skim the newspaper. This is very difficult to understand or read word by word. Skim means to get the overall idea of the text, to run your eye quickly on the text and get an overall idea of the text. This is called skimming. And other technique we apply in reading, that is called scanning. Do you know scanning means? Scanning, I'll write it again. Scanning. Scanning means you locate the information. You locate, or to locate you can say. Scanning means actually to locate. Locate the information means we all know about antivirus. Do you know what does antivirus software do in the computer? Antivirus software actually scans only malware files, or you can say the infected files. जो कि आप वायरस वाली फाइल्स होती हैं, वो वाली फाइल्स को सिर्फ आपका एंटीवायरस तलाश करता है, ना कि वो हर चीज़ को तलाश करता है. इसकी एक आसान सी एग्जांपल मैं आपको देता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई आस्क यू फाइंड आउट अ वर्ड फ्रॉम द डिक्शनरी, लाइक लेट्स सपोज स्पेशलिस्ट. आपने स्पेशलिस्ट वर्ड अगर तलाश करना है डिक्शनरी से, तो आप क्या करेंगे? सबसे पहले एस वाली सीरीज़ में जाएंगे. एस सीरीज़ के बाद आप पी में जाएंगे, एस पी, फिर उसके बाद आप ए में, और इस तरह से स्पेशलिस्ट आप सीक्वेंस से आसानी से तलाश कर लेंगे. इंस्टेड ऑफ कि आप स्टार्ट करें ए से नहीं, आप डायरेक्ट एस पे जाएंगे, बिकॉज यू नो व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट. आपका जो वर्ड है वो एस अल्फ़ाबेट से स्टार्ट होता है, एंड दैट्स वेरी इजी टू मैनेज द टाइम. अब we shall apply these two techniques to find out our answers. These all the question types we can do with the help of scanning, and we can save our time. Instead of reading complete text, we can just look at the questions keywords and we keep in our mind, and we have, or we can hint some synonyms of those keywords that we find in the questions. We can go to the passage and we can find our only the answer. And wherever we find the questions keywords or question keywords synonyms, we can read to and fro. उसके थोड़ा बहुत आगे पीछे read करेंगे, and we shall be able to find out the answers. मैं आपको complete paper भी show करता हूँ. I'll show you the complete paper. But as I told you earlier, we have two types of techniques that we apply in the paper: skimming and scanning. With the help of scanning we can do all the types, but one type cannot be done with the help of scanning. That type we have to move for skimming, and that type is matching headings. लिस्ट ऑफ हेडिंग को अगर आपने करना होगा तो आपको 2-3 सेंटेंसेस स्किम करने पड़ेंगे, फर्स्ट 2 to 3 sentences or ending 2 to 3 sentences. Mostly in beginning 2 to 3 sentences we find out our answer. If we skim carefully 2 to 3 sentences, we are able to give the suitable heading to that particular paragraph. But ladies and gentlemen, keep one thing in your mind that's really important for you people. There are no tips and techniques that are going to help you out in the paper unless you improve your vocabulary, because if you have vocabulary, then skimming and scanning, they're going to help you out in the paper, because if you are good at vocabulary, you know the synonyms, and you can easily scan the word and you can find out your answer without wasting your time. This is the biggest suggestion from me, and your tips and techniques, they are only going to help you out to save the time, to do the test in less time, okay? But if you do not improve your vocabulary, you cannot do the better in reading. We can say we have many question types in the listening paper like we have in the reading paper, but in the reading paper we do have more question types than the listening paper. Same, we have 40 questions in the listening, and we have to find out 40 questions answers while listening to the audio. But here we have more time, but we have to find 40 questions answer from the passages. Moreover, the 40 questions answers we are supposed to transfer to an answer sheet in the 60 minutes. We will not be given any extra time as we are given in the listening paper. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm gonna show you the complete reading test. I have got a book for you, and here there is a passage 1. You can see this is a complete passage 1 like this, and in passage 1 we have questions from 1 to 13, okay? And then there is a passage 2, and in passage 2 we have questions from 14 to 26. You can see here, okay? And let's move for passage 3. This is reading passage 3, and we have questions from 27 to 40 questions. And there are different types of questions you can see in the paper, okay? And now moving towards the answer sheet, you will have this type of answer sheet with reading paper. When you complete your reading passage 1, questions 11 to 14, first of all you will transfer the answers 1 to 13 or 14 questions answer here. Then you will move for passage 2. When you complete your passage 2, you will transfer the answers from 15 to 26 here. And when you complete the passage 2, then you will start passage 3, and when you finish with passage 3, then you will transfer the answers on an answer sheet. Or there are different ways to transfer the answers to an answer sheet. I'll share with you people later on. But the main thing, when you transfer the answers to an answer sheet, there are 2 ways. One way, you can write all the letters capital when you transfer the answers to an answer sheet. And other method, the starting of common nouns alphabet will be small, and proper noun starting alphabet will be capital. That's it. Now let me show you different types of questions as I have showed you here, and let's see each type of question one by one. You may have MCQs questions like this in the paper, and from question we usually underline the keyword and we jump into the passage and we try to find out our answer. You can have MCQs. You may have sentence completion in the paper. In sentence completion question type, we usually have the gap at the end of the sentence. We fill that gap up and we complete the sentence. This is sentence completion. And usually in all question types we have instruction, write no more than 3 words for each answer. Short question answers, flowchart completion, diagram labeling in every question type instead of list of heading. List of heading is another type actually. जितनी भी गैप फिलिंग्स हैं या शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर्स हैं उनमें लिमिट दी होती है नो मोर देन 3 words, but sometimes we are given a limit of 2 words, sometimes we are given a limit of 1 word कि 1 word से ज़्यादा नहीं लिखना, लेकिन मैक्सिमम जो लिमिट होती है वो 3 वर्ड्स की होती है कि आप 3 वर्ड्स तक लिख सकते हैं. जहाँ पे आपको 1 वर्ड कह दिया जाए we are supposed to write only 1 word. Alright, this is sentence completion, and here is summary completion. Summary completion is a type. We have a summary of the passage and we have gaps in the middle. You can see here from question 1 to 9, and we have to find out the answer from the passage. Actually, all types of gap filling got 2 types. One is we take the answer from the passage, and second type we are given the answers in the box and we are supposed to take appropriate answer from the box which is given below. Like I'll show you the second type of summary completion. Means you will be given a box. Look at here, questions 9 to 13, complete the summary using words from the box. Means here are some words, they're given in the box. We will study the strategies how to find out the answers later on, but this type of question you can also be given in the paper. But here we cannot write directly answer from here. First of all, we have to underline the keywords. Now is a major keyword here. Among car designers, now का मतलब क्या है, present, मौजूदा वक्त में. And के बाद भी हमें पता चल गया, आर्टिकल से हमें हिंट मिल जाता है कि we are going to write here the word which starts with vowel sound. ऐसा noun जो vowel sound से start होता है वो हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे. This is grammatical term. Among car designer भी आपके पास vehicle designer, they are the synonyms. ये हमारे पास keywords हैं जिनकी मदद से हम आंसर पैसेज में आंसर के आगे पीछे पहुंच सकते हैं. और वहाँ से जो जिस चीज़ की बात होगी कि देयर इज़ नो एंड व्हाट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड दैट वी विल फाइंड इन द पैसेज, और पैसेज से जो हमें आंसर मिलेगा उसको हम मैच करेंगे. इसमें सबसे क्लोज आंसर क्या है वो हम फिर यहाँ पे लिख लेंगे इंशाल्लाह, और हमारा आंसर करेक्ट हो जाएगा और फिर हम इसको आंसर शीट पे ट्रांसफ़र कर देंगे बाद में. Let's move another type. This is a flowchart completion. Flowchart completion is a process step by step. You can see the arrows and information of something. Means here is information is given, history of paper money, step by step, and that information we will find from the passage. This is flowchart completion. Here is the note completion below. Note completion type of question is like we are given the bullets and we have a note from the passage, and we have also gap in the middle, and we have to find out the answer of this blank from the passage. Okay, and this is quite easy. It has got also 2 types. One type is same here. Second type, you might be given a box below and you'll be supposed to find out the answers from the given box. Here again is a flowchart completion. I showed you another type of flowchart, but this is a second type of flowchart. You're given the answers in the list below. You're given the words in the list, means in this box you're given some words and you're supposed to take appropriate words into the gaps. But you will also go to the passage, find the suitable answer, and the suitable answer you will match with this list and you will take the answer from this box. Here is a table completion. We are given a table and we have question 9 to 13. We are supposed to complete that table and we will be able to find out the answer from the passage. I'll teach you techniques later on how to find out the answer of each type of questions. Here's yes, no, not given. You'll be given questions like if the statement reflects the claims of the writer, then yes. If the statement contradicts the claims of the writer, then no. If it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this, not given. Okay. And the diagram labeling is like this. Diagram labeling has got also 2 types. One type is you find the answer direct from the passage and you transfer it, and second type like this, you're given the answers in the box but you cannot directly answer question number 6 or 7 or 8. You have to jump into the passage and find out what is suitable or appropriate answer, and from there you will match with that box and you will choose the 3 answers from the box, because in box we are given 6 answers and we require 3 answers only. This is another type of diagram labeling. We do not have a box where we are given answers. We have to find out the answer. We have to find out the answer of question number 6, 7, 8 and 9. Just we need to think about the keywords and we need to jump into the passage and find out the answers of these questions. This is diagram labeling too. Here is another type of diagram labeling. You are not given even the keyword with the questions and you're not given the box. So you got to find out the answers of 6, 7 and 8. But in the question you are given a keyword, calming the ribbon machine. इसके numbered parts हैं, इनको हमने label करना है. This also very easy. Here is classification. Look at the list below of uses of glass. According to the passage, state whether these uses exist today, will exist in the future, or not mentioned by the writer. In box 9 to 13, mean on answer sheet, we are supposed to write A, B, C. For example, if the glass is being used for dental fitting, we shall write A. If the glass will be being used in the future for dental fittings, we will write B. If there is no information on this in the passage about the use of glass for dental fitting or will be used in the future, then we shall write C. Alright, this is type of classification. And this is list of heading. Yes, many people think this is very difficult, but this is not difficult. I'll teach you inshallah. List of heading, we have 6 paragraphs, A, B, C, D, E and F. And we have almost 9 headings. For 6 paragraphs, we are given 3 extra headings. And we are supposed to choose the appropriate headings for all the paragraphs A, B, C, D, E and F. This is matching. We've got to match according to information. For example, look at the different projectiles below, A to H, and the names of types of projectiles given in the passage. अब इन जो ये जो projectiles हैं इनकी information passage में दी हुई है. हमारा पहला question में keyword क्या है? The Chinese basket of fire. We will jump into the passage. We will find basket, Chinese basket of fire, and we will read the information to and fro and give the name to the projectile. उस projectile की information दी होगी passage के अंदर और हम देखेंगे कि कौन से projectile की information passage में दी हुई है. For example, Chinese basket of fire की जो भी information हमें passage से मिलेगी उसके मुताबिक हम इसको वो नाम दे देंगे. For example, the Chinese basket of fire may be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. कोई भी हो सकता है इनमें से. जो होगा उसके बारे में information हमें passage से जो मिलेगी उसके मुताबिक हम लिखेंगे. Right, here's another type of question. Question 7 to 10. From the information in the text, indicate who first invented or used the item in the list below. Write the appropriate letters A to E in boxes 7 to 10 on your answer sheet. And B, you may use any letter more than once. Means A to E हम एक या दो मरतबा use कर सकते हैं. For example, 7, black powder. Black powder may be Chinese invented first or used first, or the rocket propelled arrows for fighting also may be by the Chinese. Means question number 7's answer can be A, 8's answer can be A2, or may not be. Different भी हो सकते हैं. They can be different, they can be same, right? Or our keyword black powder. We will jump into the passage. We will find black powder. We will find black powder. We will read the information to and fro. आगे पीछे information read करेंगे, and we shall find out our answer. Who first used black powder or invented? Here is the last type, that short question answers and multiple matching. Short question answer, write no more than 3 words for each question. When did Scott go to South Pole? Means we can write maximum 3 words and minimum we can write 1 word. Means we cannot write more than 3 words. If we write more than 3 words, we will be penalized. 16 to 14, that is multiple matching. कि हमने ये match करना है. Which extract mention the following? Write the correct letter A to H. Something that happened during a famous trip. From which passage? A to H. There are 8 passages A to H. From which passage this information is taken from or extracted from? we will write the name of the paragraph A, B, C, D or E. I think this is multiple matching. And questions from 12 to 14, which two extract mention the following. For example, different types of the same food product. ये कौन से दो different paragraph हैं? From which two different paragraphs that information has been taken from? कि जिन दो different paragraphs से ये information ली गई है उनके हम नाम लिखेंगे इनके सामने. Alright, Alhamdulillah, I have taught you about reading module. Now I would like to give you the review of academic reading module. As far as academic reading module is concerned, we have 60 minutes in complete reading test. There are 3 passages which contain 2027 to 2800 words in total, and they become progressively difficult as I told you earlier, and suitable for non-specialist readers too. And we've got 3 passages. Passage 1, Passage 2 and Passage 3. Number of items in each passage we have 11 to 14 questions. 11 to 14, 11 to 14 means in 2 passages we may have 13 questions, means in Passage 1 we have 13 questions, Passage 2 we have 13 questions, in Passage 3 we may have 14 questions, and in total we shall have 40 questions. As we have for 60 minutes, we can manage time, we can give 20 minutes to each passage. 20 minutes to each passage, along with transferring the answer sheet. We have 20 minutes on each passage, and in this way we can easily do our test complete in 60 minutes. But in 20 minutes we are also supposed to transfer the answers to an answer sheet, because as I told you earlier, in the listening paper we have 10 extra minutes to transfer the answers to an answer sheet. But when we do reading paper, with reading paper we do not have any extra time to transfer the answers to an answer sheet. We only have 60 minutes, and in 60 minutes we are supposed to find out the answers of 40 questions, and in that time we are supposed to transfer the answers to an answer sheet. Okay, and as I told you, the text type in the passage 1 we have topics of general interest, because progressively they get difficult, and passage 2 we have non-specialist articles, or that is extracted from books, journal or magazines and newspapers. And passage 1 at least has detailed logical argument. We do have different types of questions, as I showed you all the question types. Various type of multiple choice questions, short answer questions, sentence completion, classification, matching headings, completing notes, sentences, summary, flowchart or diagram labeling, true, false, not given, yes, no, not given. Alhamdulillah, ladies and gentlemen, I've taught you each and everything about the reading module, the question types, the text type. But in the next videos I'll teach you how to solve each type of question in the paper and how to manage the time, inshallah.